What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for all your support so far. Of course, even though I just started this, I still appreciate all the support, no matter how big or how small it is. If you haven't checked out my last video, you can do that by clicking on the little tab on the side where I talk about how to play football the real and the only way. In this video, however, I'll be discussing and demonstrating how to get through or break through the opposing team who's playing high pressing on you. So let's say we are going to assume that we're the blue team and the opposition is the red team. Obviously, there are several ways of doing this. I'll give you my personal favorite of sort of slowing things down for the opposition and sort of breaking the rhythm and the momentum of the game. Again, the formation here, so don't mind anything that I really illustrated. It's just a generic way, so I can sort of demonstrate and get the point across as best as possible. Obviously there are several ways. One way is obviously lobbing the ball from either your fullbacks or from your fullbacks number 2 or number 3, or your center backs into the third stage or the final stage of the opposition, which is positions where you're going to be scoring from, the final third stage of the field. Okay. So that's one way, but I won't be talking about the lobbing the long balls into the third half, or the third section of the field. I'll be talking about flicking the ball on from the second third of the field into the final third of the field. Okay, so now in every scenario, of course, it is expected for your team to be in sync and for your team to be a unit. So obviously, the more you train, the more you practice this, repetition and repeating things in training will only make it perfect. It'll become second nature, of course. So what I really mean by flicking the ball on to break the other team is you sort of have to surprise them. So when let's say their other team, the red team, is, as you can see, they're all closely to the blue team, and sort of high up in our portion of the field. So they're not giving us any options to play anything or to get anything going here in the middle. So let's say what you want to do is, if you have the ball at your center back or fullback, doesn't really matter, how you want to surprise the other team. They expect you, either when you receive the ball here, they expect you to play it back or to try to turn with the ball. So they're going to be coming hard. So if you, let's say, play the ball from number 5 to number 8, like I said, your team has to be in sync. So your whole unit has to be aware of this happening. So if number 8 is receiving this ball to his right, he basically flicks the ball on with the outside boot to number 6. Okay, and then he continues to support. Number 3 has to be in sync and continue to support. Number 11 can open up wide or go inside to leave space for number 3. Number 9 can support or leave a little bit of space for number 6 to carry the ball. And now you eliminated number 11 from the red team, number 9, number 8, number 10, and number 7. So now you have a scenario where you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players against pretty much 4 players and their goalie. So this is where creative things start happening. I know it's easier said than done, but like I said, the more you work on this, the more you will perfect this. So either player in the midfield, when receiving the ball, can flick the ball on. So let's try that again. So let's say these guys are pressing every player, they're close to us, let's say from this side. What you want to do is, if this ball is played here, number 9 has to be aware, flick it on. Number 11 moves, he can flick it on, continue, this guy continues, this guy continues, this guy opens wide, this guy can go inside, or vice versa, it doesn't really matter. So either inside of the foot, first touch, flick on to your teammate behind you, outside of the boot, flick on to your teammate behind you. It really doesn't matter, but you have to sort of read each other and be in sync and that's how you eliminate 5 or 6 players of the opposition. And then obviously you're in the final third, where things become, you know, close to the net, and you're creating a chance to score. Okay, so pretty much that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I know it's a bit tough to demonstrate, but I want to get a full field picture, 11 versus 11 example, so it's easier to make sense out of it. Again, thank you for watching and listening, of course. Hope this helps a little. If you have any other questions or concerns, or you don't agree with this, you know, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think is better, or whatever you disagree with, and we can talk about it. We can chat about it, definitely. That's pretty much it. Until the next one. Cheers.